Volume is good? Nice. Alright, welcome to Tavern Talk! This is kind of like a coffee talk, but D&D style. Fantasy style. What is this? I shouldn't look. That's spoilers. Okay. Game is loud. You got it. Is that better? That looks good. Controller? Isn't it a visual novel? Am I wrong? We'll find out. Alright. It's good now? Okay, nice. Welcome to Tavern Talk, where we're gonna talk in a tavern, and it's gonna be adorable, as you can see by this sleepy guy, and it's gonna be badass, like this dragon. Or would you call that a wyvern? And then it's gonna be friendly and chill, and we're gonna roll high charisma every time, okay? Big Riz only. Alright, you ready? Shall we? Woo! What are our options? Alright, great. I'm a she, her. That's me.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away.
Voice acting.
In a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over.
Amazing.
Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern.
Oh my god, cute!
A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Obsessed? Alright, before we dive in, let me move the captions so that they're not blocking stuff. Bum bum bum. That'll do. Oh man, I didn't even read it. Is it like coffee talk? Yeah, but fantasy. Okay. Although I guess coffee talk kind of is fantasy. Alright. Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yeah. Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better! I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster. Or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. And how was it? Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy. Very big nut. Very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic to all of these. P.S. Ah! So is Fable! Where? Oh, Fable, I'm here with you. I'm so sorry. It sucks over here. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate or not. Just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock, all that. Does that count as an adventure? No. I think that counts as a mistake. So, what you're saying is that you're missing some spice? Spice up your life! Everybody, everywhere, spice up your life! Oh, no, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me that much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice up your life! Oh, that's what you meant. Well, yeah. Yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. Like a bland soup. Ah, classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. Have you tried visiting a circus? What? I don't know. Perhaps you could find something fun there. I'm not into the whole circus thing. Clowns scare me. I always think they have ulterior motives. The way they look at me with their empty eyes and wide smiles. Ugh, scary. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. Oh no. I wish to be a hero. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to subject you to this. Slaying mighty drakes, I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. That was a good song, right? I know. I'm a great singer. Ooh, a pretty nymph. Daring. Of course it is. That's the point. Top performance? I know. I know. The sun is shining through the treetops, making the stream glisten in fragmented light. A divine beauty. Oh, she gay. I would love to think about the exciting, magical things I encounter. Ooh! But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. Debatable. I wouldn't mind a jingle. Okay, I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yeah, I'd love one. The usual. Yes, please. That means a swift strike. In case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Okay, do you want to be with a nymph or be a nymph? Both. Both! But mostly I want a swift strike. Okay, message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Tutorial. Wait, really? Yeah. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Whoa! This is exciting. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. Who is this? Oh, so this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Okay, where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Ooh, you pinned my order. Draw recipe. Swift strike, huh? Alright. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No, I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with the sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. All right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. Yeah, I had a feeling you might say that for a swift strike. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to— oh my god, you're the trash can! Get the fuck out of here. That's so cute. I have the cutest trash can of all time. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Oh, wait, what bell? Hello? Bell? Oh, duh. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just trying to make a drink. You've got this. All right, so we gotta make a swift strike. Swift. Where's the book? Oh, book. Swift strike. Fast. And then blood? What is this? What is this? Be a leaf on the wind with the swift strike. This must-have for any dexterity-devoted adventurer, grants you agility, speed, and remarkable accuracy. Oh, and a tasty drink. With an order this delicious, you'll exceed any dwarf's kill count in no time. Ah, la 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 la. Alright, so I need 3 drops of dexterity. This one. Okay, 1. Wait. 1. Oh my god, I'm scared. Oh my god, I'm scared. Oh my god, I'm scared. Oh my god. Ah! A living trash can. That's right. Wait, but it doesn't look like this. How come? Right? Three of dexterity. That's right, isn't it? Ah, what is this? Wait, Fable, 110, they, them, love. Okay, I don't know what I've been using, but got it. Alignment, neutral, good. The Hanged Man. Fable Verafina is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer but are troubled by severe anxiety. I get it. Their nut allergy isn't helpful. I know. Rumors. Quests. Ingredients. Infusions. Ah, this is exciting. Okay. There's a lore book. We love to see it. I'm gonna just submit 3 drops of... It doesn't look exactly the same, but that's what this is. What is not finished? Why? Are we gonna try to make this shape? All right. I'm so scared. All right, looks great. And then we need a little bit of... Ah! Oh, I did it! Ba-ba-da! I did it! Oh my gosh, look how cool that looks. Wow, it actually does teleport. Whoa, look at it. Whoa! Duh, of course it does. What did you think was happening? Oh, I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. Oh, I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yeah, I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. Oh, we'll find out more from you later, Fable. Hi? Hello? Whomst? Wait, I also love that this is right here. This is like, you know in SpongeBob, the hash-slinging slasher? Do you know what I'm talking about? That's the energy of this. We got tentacles, so you know we're in the right place. Wait, I can click on the wanted? Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, the hash-slinging slasher. I told you, right, about that one time. They're the same universe. That one time when I was talking to the cash register person at a grocery store, and they were like, "Oh, you like SpongeBob?" Because my phone case was Squidward, and then when I told them my favorite episode, they were like, "Oh, you've been watching OG SpongeBob." Like, oh, you got to witness original SpongeBob on TV. And I was like, how dare you make me feel old? How dare you? Anyways, that's my story. We have tentacles just so we know we're in the right place. That's what I'm saying. I've never felt so dated in my life. You had to research to see if Dodger had anything to do with its development. For real. Whenever you hear the name Nosferatu, you just hear SpongeBob at the end. Nosferatu! I love whoever you are. Can we kiss or what? How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. Right, what kind? Drinkable. What the fuck? Who are you? Very specific, thank you. OG SpongeBob, yes. You know, with the original SpongeBob voice actor, the original episodes of the SpongeBob getting a job at the Krabby Patty. Turns out not everyone has seen those days. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. We might be getting older. Not SpongeBob Shippuden. Yeah, just SpongeBob. Not SpongeBob Shippuden and not SpongeBob's kid, you know? How about a spoken heart? Some charisma. Could it hurt? Did we just insult this emo lad? You could use some Riz. Sure, whatever. I really am serving an emo. I'm in love. Okay, we're gonna make a spoken heart. Spoken heart, draw recipe. This. Hi, Zemcy, welcome back. Who is that frog? This is our trash receptacle. Receptor? Trash can. Alright, we're gonna need, how many? We're gonna need all the way, we need so much Riz all the way to the side. Alright. Riz. Great. Alright. And then we're gonna need, like, one notch of this. Okay. Looks good. We're gonna need a notch of this one. Did I do it? Spoken heart! Ba-ba-da! Will you now speak to me? Oh my god, this drink is so beautiful for this character. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. and her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Oh, bye. Song of Bones and Water. Is that the name of the next Game of Thrones book? Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Oh, just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brothers say my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. Is that what you want to do? Yeah. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Is this a bard coming out? I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, they are tearing up! Will it stop aching then? Stop! That's so sweet. I think so, yeah. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? Well, what if it did? Oh, that'd be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Am I hot? I'm just curious. Not like me, but like Innkeeper me. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I have something to do here. Hi, hello. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? We lost her. She's gone. There's a mommy wolf. There's a mommy wolf here. Goodbye. How may I help you? A woo, a woo. I need to take a moment. Look at the Sonic hair, though. I'm kind of into it. She's even got an eye thing going on, made for me. I know. God damn it. All right. You own this establishment in Keep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Carolyn. Carolyn. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Carolyn. What can I do for you? Something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Oh, I didn't mean to actually click on it. I'm not ready. Ugh, no. Oh my god, and she's mean to me. Kai redeeming, hydrate. We need to take a moment. My god. Ugh, no quests for me, but I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. The fact that her ears, like, go back and so... Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Traeger. Oh my god. Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart. The whole program. Werewolf! Consider me in. That's news to me. Wait, I didn't even tell you all. I read a freaking werewolf romance and I was so invested, and then it became an Omegaverse! I wasn't ready, chat. Anyway, that's a whole different story. I just wanted you to know that I 3/4 in, there was an Omegaverse thing that freaked me out. I don't know what happened to me. Anyway, time to move on. It got me good. A werewolf. Oh my god. I had to Google a few things. I had to go to TikTok and look up terminology that I didn't know about. It was so embarrassing. The book name, it's oh my god. It's that Allie Hazelwood book that is, it's like her only supernatural romance. I want to say Beast or something. I actually don't remember if that's the name. But anyway, I had to look up a few things. A werewolf, that's new to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Arova. I'm wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel because it was an Omegaverse. That's why. Ugh. Yo, we've come full circle from talking about Twilight to getting to this moment. That's fucking funny, man. We were just talking about it. You mean the one with the vampires? Yeah, I think so. Nah, that just split society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. Which one are you in, Keep? Bride! That's the book. Bride. Okay. What team am I? Vampires are all sexy stuff. But this girl's basically a wolf, so I feel like I should say wolf. You can learn my dark secrets. Here, I'm more interested in vampire content than werewolf content. Mostly for horror reasons, not sexy reasons. But for sexy reasons, you know, I probably werewolf. Just for the sheer amount, just based on my reaction when she showed up, I feel like I have to say Team Werewolf. She came in and then I paused. I think that means I'm Team Werewolf. But all my fondest memories of content are vampires. So, okay, we're gonna go Team Werewolf. Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp more so. I paused. Yeah. Vamp wins every contest unless it's Twilight. I think so too. I think so too. But look at her. Alright. Although, if you watch the movie Bram Stoker's Dracula, you get vampires and werewolves in one Dracula. You know the scene I'm talking about, if you've seen it. Alright, anyway. I'm itching to ask for details. Please don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes. Yo, she straight up even has Sasuke eyes. She's got the Sharingan right there and the Rinnegan right here. This is if Sasuke was a lady and a wolf, which honestly is the prime version. That is the best version you could possibly be, is those three things. Only see blood when a ninja cries. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you could pass as a werewolf? Oh my gosh, she's so mad. Yes, all the time, at least twice a day. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yeah. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunched back, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? I don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's Southern Werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. On any dog. Trust me. Does that include you, girl? Rumor unlocked. Fetch. Good to know. Thanks, Carolyn. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. I like Care. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Like the doctor. Ah, playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? Oh! That is so cute! Look at that! Ah! Okay, so I'm sorry. I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered-down muck instead. Alright, we're gonna find you a strength drink, girl. Okay. You need some strength in your life. This one, probably. Whoa! We're gonna get you a Southern Brawler. Every week we learn something new about Quizen's type. Yeah, that's true. Every time someone brings up ninjas, I try to say part of the Itachi rap. Nice! Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Do you like fetch too? Because I'm throwing myself at you. Good line, good line. Alrighty. We're gonna get some strength. Ooh, I just noticed the bottle looks like a sword in the stone vibe. That's cool. Alright, strength. La 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 la. Fantastic. And then we're gonna need a little bit of this. Okay. And then we're gonna need a little bit of this, I think. And ta-da! Okay. You are the purest little bean I've ever seen. Here, wow, look at this goblet. This is like a Hades drink. A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Oh my god, there's an actual fight going on in this drink. Do you see this? Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking till I do, will ya? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Yeah, something like that. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. Well, it's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just gonna open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. Hey, you started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Oh, crush me with your canines. Alright, well. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups. But sure, for more work, I'll be back. Woo! I'll be waiting. Care Bear. Oh my god. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. Help me, please. Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. Ooh, this is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the match in snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise you'll end up confused in adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be all written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Care. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you two. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Can't believe she left me high and dry. This is a quest. An unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the west. Undead snails are being accused of eating crops. This apparently poses a problem. I mean, isn't that just a quest by itself? No? Alright. The Vukakin Carolyn told me about a werewolf who is roaming around. Potential threat. A werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. The werewolf previously has been seen. Excusez-moi. 1, 2, 3. First try. A reticent Vukakin passed by the Wayfarer's Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tregarn from Arova. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and villagers. Apparently, werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tregarn from this werewolf mayhem? Bam ba da bam. How cute is this? The day is over. Time for tomorrow. Ah, so cute. Act 1, Chapter 2, Prelude to Bravery. Look at this little sheep. Look at this little dragon. Oh my god, how cute. This little guy. So cute. Ba-ba-da. Okay. Are you gonna go after this werewolf? What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregarn. Is that true? Tregarn? I don't know if I'm just saying things very fast without reading the letters. It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Nope, not yet. Well, what kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around a difficult terrain, woods even? Perhaps one who is good with a bow? One who tells me they want the quest? Ah, I am good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you've got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And and I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, well, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Oh my god, they're panicking. They're panicking. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable. Yeah. Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Oh my god, they're crying. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime, a frozen slime that can't move. I have met slimes less anxious than you. Who is this wanted elf? Do you see this right now? They look like they are smoldering in their wanted poster. We'll get there, we'll get there. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water, more slime, bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Ah, maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general, I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? Well, we don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranth and Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Oh! I want to spend time with you, Fable. Stop. Oh my gosh. Little baby. She could date the wolf. We could all date the wolf. I don't see a problem. We don't even know what this wolf looks like. What is their energy? I don't know. Okay. Okay, let's get to this. Why doesn't anyone want to hang out with you? Because I'm unlucky! I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had been just once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the weeping Amaryllis. Now, guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping like a baby all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. Oh, I'm so silly sometimes. Mary Morgan incident. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure. The chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? The adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Tregarin recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, I had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people! Seasoned adventures! One stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Oh my gosh. This little Fable elf buddy is... It hurts because I know exactly what they're talking about. Oh no. This anxiety is real. I have this anxiety all the time. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears. I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yeah? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. I'm not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Cag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. This poor elf! Alright, your first encounter with the Hydra. Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the Dream Plane Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven. But I thought since it had fire breath, I wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra. And I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to have it around. And how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. I looked at my biscuits, smiled at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea. I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthan Hydra's given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I'm pretty sure I just wanted tea with its biscuits, but that's okay. I was too ashamed to set foot in front of it again, and lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, begged it for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Did you get it some? Yes. Okay, well then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Okay, would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They changed nothing. Adventures don't come tied up in neat mistakeless bows. Your mistakes are part of your story, Fable, no matter how hard you try and shame yourself for them. I like you. You do? Yeah, I don't care much for Fable the Flawless Hero. I don't think their stories would be very interesting. Fable the Messy Adventurer. With a heart of gold. I just called them messy. The Messy Adventurer with a heart of gold and an endearing personality, on the other hand. Great non-guy. Might even be my favorite regular. Don't tell anyone else I said that. I won't. Thank you, Innkeep. And because I like you so much, I'm going to keep giving you free advice. I hope so. What do you have for me? You seem to be insecure. Did I just call my pal messy and insecure in the, like, back to back? Oh my god, I could use a little bit more bedside manner, you know? You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So, in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. Well, you'll have to find that out then. Like on a quest, for example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? Well, I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh! And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. Well, I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away really quick. That's the spirit. Okay. I, Fable, a great gardener and a future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes, good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice could influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. No pressure. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. What the fuck? They're leaving it up to me to decide what happens to Fable? Are you kidding? I unplugged my Switch. I was so passionate about that I took the plug right out of the socket. Okay, so I have to either go for high dexterity or high charisma. Okay. So, what I would like to do, what is this? I feel like high charisma would be awesome. But what if that's a mistake and then the wolf, like, they go up to the wolf to give them a hug and the wolf just eats them? But here's the other thing. A werewolf is also a person. So we're not trying to make them, like, kill this person. They're already fast. Let's do high charisma. Maybe this will also give them confidence. Oh my god, stressful. Okay, let's do a high charisma. Sweet and sparkling in taste, the spoken heart will bring your deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. Your newfound sincerity, confidence, and many heartfelt words will work wonders in boosting your persuasive abilities. A charismatic boost, great for bards and emotionally repressed individuals. What are you trying to say? I mean, they're a bard. They have emotions. Let's go with the charisma drink. Alrighty, I'm nervous though. What if they don't make it? Alright. Whoa. That is more Riz than I was hoping. Wait. Oh! Okay, there we go. Alright, I put too much in there. Okay, next we need one of these. Okay. And then we need one of these. There we go. Spoken heart. Yes. Hi, Riz. Hi, Riz. They look so nervous. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming. Oh, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tregaron. And I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. Well, wait. Because the whole thing, though, is like werewolves like fetch. So maybe having high Riz is perfect. Because then they're going to be like, want to play fetch? And then they'll be best friends. And the werewolf will stop terrorizing. Right? No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I need to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest, so... I brought you some Phoenix chilies from my garden. They seemed like something you would enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. Oh, shit! And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us? Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. Chili drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. It's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Yay, good luck, Fable. I hope Fable will be okay. I hope they don't run into a clown. Or maybe they should. They could become friends. Fable, the mighty hero, and their best friend, the magical clown. Doesn't that sound awesome? Welcome back, Edgelord. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Emo drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Okay. I just made one of those. I'm gonna do it again. Ah! I can pet the trash can. Oh, ah! I can one more time. Ah! Stop, that's so cute. Okay, anyway. Spoken heart it is. Oh, so cute. Lord Edgington. Yeah, I hope we kiss. What? And then it's one of these, right? I'm not even looking at the recipe. I'm just going into it. Woo! Spoken heart just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more, might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. This is gonna be like Shane and Stardew Valley, where the more you talk to them, the more they open up about their lives. Ooh, wait, there's a vampire! Wait, I told somebody I was not team vampire. Oh my god, I hope you're not mad at me. The drinks do look good. They look like cocktails. These little bat buttons, or whatever you call them, are so cute. Hello, did you guys get slimed? Careful, you'll step on my cape. Ah, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Ugh, not another one of those empty babblers. I can confidently say I am all but empty. That's what they all say. Slimo. Seems they've given you more dialogue options than most, but that doesn't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there actually was a brain inside that skull. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. Sure. You just binged behind the frame and before your eyes. Oh my god, they're emotional, right? How are your eyes now after all that crying? Welcome, though. Welcome to the game. Happy to have you. I didn't finish Coffee Talk either. And did the second one end up coming out, or is it just announced? Because I imagine we've got some reading to do. I must agree. You look much more delicious than they usually do. Wait, they're very excited, enthusiastic. We love that. Thank you. Although I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Oh my god, you sweet thing. So pouty. Pouty princess. Or whatever. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. I'm obsessed. I love you. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? not my cape! Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fell on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you. Aye, pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how this happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names. Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. That's adorable. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette de Song. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle. What kind of drink can I offer you? Kyle the vampire, we love to see it. Coffee Talk 2 is out. Ooh, wait. If it's in a bundle, both is good. Blood! Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Oh. Let's look at the drink. Alright, you want sparkling nebula? No. It says high attack. So we're gonna go the Southern Brawler. It is a red drink, I suppose. Yeah, alright. Alright, we're gonna go with some of this. Bonk. Alright, and then we're gonna need 1 charisma. Oh, shit. Alright, and we're gonna need 1 for defense. Perfect! There you go! Oh my gosh, how cute. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. It's very alive. Maybe as a chaser, you can let me have a bite. No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frost Grip. Nice to meet. Yeah, Skip. Just serve me something strong, something that feels durable, tough like a mountain, or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons look close enough. Coming right up. I've not made one of those yet. That's exciting. Frosted lagoon. Alright. It protects you from any physical and spiritual harm and cools you down on even the hottest of summer days. It even offers additional UV protection. Oh, shoot! Okay. Alright. Here we go. Ba-dum. Alright, we're gonna get one of these in there. Did I do it? Did it hit? And then it needs like a half of each of these. I've not done this before, but we can certainly try. Scary! Wait, I feel like I put too much. Okay, wait. Why is it so much? How do I? So it's one of these. Oh, because I haven't done this one. That's why. Oh, it didn't register. Yay! First try. Taste of Ur, just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you are many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. Look at her tooth. It's cute. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? First try! Crushed it! I know the art style is cute. I'm really into it. I also love the background a lot. Fine. Guess you earned it. Alright, picture me. Deep in the mountains of Dovimar, with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly, this big ooze comes along and slurp! Gone it was. This is so embarrassed. Big who me energy. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we're going looking for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And the sun kills you? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. It's Danny Sucksfang. When cosplay when? Oh. Anyway, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slipped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me. And guess what he was clinging on to? Oh my god, she's so pissed. The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should have been enough to get me to Baruvia. Isn't Baruvia the place with the Princess Diaries? And perhaps it could even get to be a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. We did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get you to Baruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet. And in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? When did you last see your cape? Don't even bother, it's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. So you could wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? Kyle, maybe we can find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could? Phenomenal! I could put out a quest for you, but for that we need a little more information. Good luck with that. First I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strutt in Baruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. Why would you want to wear an invisible cape to an event? Oh my gosh. Thank you for allowing me to do minimal voices. I am really bad at it actually, but it's just the commitment. I believe you can do it too. You just gotta commit. The Curse of Strahd reference. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's why I paused and I laughed. I was like, I remember that banquet. Alright. Did I tell you when I was playing that campaign? That's when I had my little character, Scraps, my little kid. I played a kid, like a little hyena boy, right? Scraps. And he got up to no good. And at that banquet, he piled up all the glasses of like drinks into a pyramid, and then ran up it on all fours. Got to the top. It all shattered. But it was so funny that I made one of Strahd's right hand folks, I forget what they're called, be my friend because they thought it was so funny. And that helped us win. The end. Anyways, we all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape. To show how important she was to me. Evelyn. The vampiric Countess Evelyn residing in Marrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh! What? My cape! Ah, rats, here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast, ha! The thief of thieves robbed me of my most precious possession. And why were you looking forward in the game? Strahd, was your first time using your own character? Me too! As an elder emo. Also me too! We love it. We love elder emos playing Curse of Strahd. Born for this, truly. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago, but my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps, innkeeper, that's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. Should I be doing that right now? Quests. Like... Here are my rumors. But aren't I supposed to place these somewhere? Or maybe it'll ask me to do it. Wait. The vampire last saw his cape on his wedding day. A quirky vampire is looking for his cape. Wait, look at the, like, S's. I forget what you call those, but that's really funny. I think that's all we've got. Because these are separate. An unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting... Oh, these are the undead snails. Okay, so I don't have all the info I need. So where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range, it looks like a witch's bosom. What does that mean? Towards the mansion of my dear Evelyn. What do you mean, a witch's bosom? That's a cool S, alright. You're doing Strahd right now? Oh, hell yeah. Your healer druid got ganked hard. Oh no, what happened? What happened to them? Oh no. Queen of Darkness. Temptress of Men. Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary. She bites. And she may be invisible now. There we go. Alright, I think I got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. Okay, no problem. Alright, we're gonna get a lagoon up in her. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. And I need one of these. Okay. And then we need one of these. Right? Bum-ba-dum! Oh, I'm burping. We're getting ads of a sword in the cool S shape. Do you still remember how to draw them? Because I sure do. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. She's so happy. You got it right again! I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Incredible. Yeah, you start with the verticals. Yep, exactly, for the S. In the first house, your bodyguard ran away, leaving you with 5 or 6 shadows before you in the turn order. Oh no, not one on last death save. Oh my god. How did this happen to you? That is very bad luck. And that was at the beginning of the campaign. The trinkets you handed out at Ranfair were silly bands, pugs, snap bracelets, miniature Pokemon cards. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? That's for us, like, Ranfair millennials, let me tell you. Sunbathing! Oh, right, innkeeper! Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin. I am afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of a chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera, vampire sunscreen. A beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia, likes to eat people for breakfast. No, I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah! If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. Oh, I could have asked for a sample of its saliva. Yeah, I'm sure that would have gone over real well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. Sob. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal. Oh, nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest from my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds. Especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me! Ugh, let's leave it at 2. Stay and keep. While we wait for something to do with his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Yeah, sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Dun dun dun. Oh! Aw, new quest. Alright, a quirky vampire is looking for escape. He lost on his wedding day. And... this. Vampire temptress of men. Hey there, Evelyn. Alright, on a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to that peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape. But be aware, she might be invisible. I have enough for this, too. Okay. A wyvern chimera resides. According to the Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. The one thing that stands chance against the grueling sun is the saliva. Dun dun dun! Look at this cutie chimera. Alright, deep in the quagmire grove resides... I feel like I'm not saying that right. Resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva, even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Gross. Woo, I did it! That's so cute. Cleaning. Tomorrow. Good morning. New friends and former enemies. Ooh, I cannot wait. Ooh, a new wanted poster. It's a different person. Wait. What is this? Let's just play it and we'll see what happens. Okay. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Nice. Ouchie. Oh! I got an achievement. Oh my god, my 2 faves. So, Innkeep, are they best friends now? Oh my god, did you make a friend, Fable? Oh my god, I'm dead. Alright. Innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. Hey, it's good to see you, Care. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. That seems like a given. Okay, you're either best friends or you're about to kiss these two. I mean, I don't know, something's happening. I'm just happy to see them doing well, and with a friend. Are you lovers? Okay. We ain't friends. We're not? So, you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Oh, whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does! I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Oh, I see. So if I had chosen for her to not have high charisma, maybe it would have, their relationship would be different. I don't know. That's interesting. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? I thought you weren't going to go after the werewolf. That's why you posted the quest. Yeah, a lot. I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did, kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest care. I didn't. I was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to, okay? So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? I know why they fightin'. Why they fightin'? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon. Of the quest, Fable. Right. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregaron right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Not visually. A little. I mean, I reckon I could still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Legolas, what do your elf eyes see? Thank God, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Well, not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I thought, wow, got him. So I stepped closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it. So I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." Oh, but that's right, because she always gets mistaken for a werewolf. So she's probably like, bro. I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her and maybe that would help her calm down. Oh, it confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person? Or an insane one? Look, it worked, didn't it? This actually seems better because if they had approached and we had given them the drink for being sneaky, what if Kara got hurt? What if they attacked each other? Because I know werewolf. Well, he wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? A nani? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because the stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, who are you, a guard? Whoa. She just licked her lippies. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Ah! Seeing butterfly effects of game choices never ceases to tickle my electric skull jelly. Yo, for real though, it makes me excited about like what other possibilities there have been. I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. It made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf. Yellow, gleaming eyes. Gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth. Giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear, that old shitbag. Hey, why can't I say that? Shitbag! What the shitbag? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. Is it Starfire and Raven? Totally. But maybe they'll kiss. Who knows? I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. I haven't seen that old man in years. I was coping by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yeah. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant, fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually, he just left. Ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until he found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get these problems as far away from everyone as possible. Baka. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. Ah, how did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so... But they had a high-riz drink. I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I didn't end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Oh my god, I see that blushy. I see that blushy. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I set them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. Sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop 2 angry wolves? Anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. Yeah, that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him the best we could. And at the very least, we'd build a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or vegan things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. That they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. Well, how did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first. And apologize to Uncle Fedora and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with the cure he can still barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secret of the moon signs. That sounds like a bunch of... It's real! You're a crescent moose. Moose? What do you mean a moose? We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is! It's a happy ending! I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So, the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that! First mission accomplished! First quest. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? God offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. I was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Said something about it being for you and keep. What? Wait, oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. Well, that wasn't that hard, was it? Well. Are you flirting with me? What's happening? So, a drink. What can I offer you, care? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean, maybe the usual. Strength never gets old. Okay. You want a strength, huh? Is it this one? You better believe it. Alrighty. Let's get some strong, some swole. It's time. Get muscled up, baby. Woo! Alright. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Hey, well, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses? You're a regular. That's your regular drink. I've had a successful Day, night, morning, sequence of events. Alright, you got it. You got it. Swift strike, baby. Wow, I've only made this once at the very beginning. This is my first time in a minute. Okay, and then we need one of these, I think. And one of these. Woohoo! All right, I love this presentation. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're gonna pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. That's depressing. I have a room available. You can just stay there. Alright, sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Alright, fine. Later, Elfie. See you later. Don't worry about it, Fable. She's just a tsundere. She'll come back for you. Don't you worry. Are you heading home, Fable? Yeah, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yeah, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. You are charming. Maybe they should sleep together. Not gonna lie, I thought the same thing. I thought that they were gonna invite her to like, oh, do you have a place to sleep? Do you want to stay with me? Did not happen yet, but it's only a matter of time. It's an enemies to lovers, you know. It's a slow burn. Have you considered you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. Well, that would be nice. Do you think I'm gonna save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world did not end in the first place. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm gonna head home now. Alright, yeah, do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. I actually have 2, but okay, bye. Bye. Oh. Oh my gosh. Who is gonna be... It is evening. Oh! Wasn't his hood up before? Is this the first time we're seeing this curly, cute ice cream sundae hair? I actually don't know. Good evening to you too. This quest, it wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It is the first time I'm starting to worry Fable has a drinking problem. At least it's not. It's just charisma in there. I don't know. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. Can you call yourself mysterious? Wow, look at me. I'm so dangerous and mysterious. Wow. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Or Zephyr. Zephyr? Zephyr. I like Zephyr. Let's go with Zephyr. Oh, but it's probably Zephyr because it's a wind thing. So it's Zephyr. It's Zephyr. Does the wind carry you in? Oh, he anky. No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, okay, you can have it. Not just literally. Physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle, get the cape. I mean... Yes. This fucking guy. He said the silent thing out loud. I know. What an actual... He's definitely trying really hard to be cool. It is not cool. I'm into it. Well, no one has gotten to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yeah? It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. It's literally written on the quest you are holding in your hands. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night. She's a vampire. Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask? Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood? Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Who is blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to emerges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. I think we need to warn Vampire Lady. For real. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Gotha vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. Yeah, you're right, I suppose. One thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Well, especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing or something. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice I'm here. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decoration? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a bit. Oh my god, I'm gonna vampire deck out my home. Costco blood, of course. Yeah, it's the best bang for your buck at Costco. Maybe something useful that also doubles as decoration. Like a chair. Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller like a trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Yeah, duh, absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver your stuff to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink, then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? How about a joke? A joke? That's not... I don't do jokes. His face. Well, then I don't do drinks, I'm afraid. Oh my god. He's so embarrassed. He can't take it. How do explorers hide their treasure? How? By dragging them to a safe location. Okay, I feel bad for you. You may have a drink. And some of my renowned infusions that I just got. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. I was finally able to unpack them. Infusions? Intriguing! What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If you consume, they'll turn you invisible eventually, and for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those will be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. Boo. That joke, boo. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want to my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. You don't even have a visible neck. Well, that does sound appealing. Wait, you're into her. He was just like, oh, a bite from this queen? Okay. Strength. Oh, strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose, so that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no joke, is it? Okay, now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful on how they interact with other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. What? I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. What do you mean? Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Okay. Alright, so what were our choices? It was stealth with the ice power, or it was... No, it was stealth with invisibility. Or strength with ice. Well, here's the question. Do we want to have him meet Evelyn, or do we want him to just go in and out and like don't even engage? I think he wants to see her. I think he's interested. So yeah, strength, ice, dex, and invisibility. I kind of feel like I want them to meet. Specifically because I think he's into it. And we avoided conflict on our last one where we decided not to go with the strength option. So I kind of feel like we should do that. Innkeeper matchmaker. Exactly. She's single now. So I think we should go with strength with ice. Which would be... Wait. We want strength. Strength with ice. Okay. This is ice. Correct? This is invisibility. This is ice. Right. Ice. Interesting. Okay. This is a hilarious situation, by the way. This is just a big old pine cone in the middle of my beaker. Can he handle my strongest potions? Well, he's gonna have to find out. We're gonna see. Alright. Alright, we got one of those, and then we need one of these. There it is. Southern Brawler. Okay. Here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Liquid sunrise. Not quite, but that is hilarious. Bye, Mario. Have more good barbecue. Eat all the barbecue. See you later. You don't ask permission before you steal something, Innkeep. That it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. Oh, I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the Liquid Sunrise? Ah, good one. It tastes like the sun. A cold sun, and I shall strike her down as such. The sun. Evelyn. Ah, that makes more sense. Goodbye, Innkeep. I would say, pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. A drink with a pine cone, but with maple and acorns. That's a good fall autumn drink. That feels good, like a cider, but pine cone cider. If you do not speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. Or for a bitter end. Oh, hey! Wait, before that, I'm just gonna come in here really quick. Oh my god, look at these sketches of the characters that are so cute. Okay, I never read these. Dwarf, 175. She, her. Rhea is a hot-headed dwarf and pretty rough around the edges. She's not a fan of meaningless copy-paste NPC talk, whatever that means, and seems to have caught herself a lost vampire while digging for gold. Unfortunately, or so she claims, she is now stuck with him. Kyle! Who knows how old he is? But he's a vampire! Arcana the Fool. A peculiar visitor looking everywhere for his beloved cape. However, it seems that he has definitely lost more than just that. Possibly also a few of his memories. And his marbles. He was once married to Lady Evelyn, a vampire countess residing in Marrow Castle, and enjoys sunbathing. Maybe too much. Care, 36. She, her. Chaotic good. Care is a strong and fearless beast slayer with a taste of strong drinks, big swords, and even bigger muscles. She despises small talk in any way or form, and understandably from her, keeps her distance from werewolves. Zephyr. He, they, rogue. Chaotic good. He's chaotic good? Okay. Zephyr is a difficult character, to say the least. They are so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking or brooding, like one too. He likes all things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. Yeah, that sounds right. Fantastic. Ooh, infusions. What is this? Oh. World building! Okay. That's exciting. Moon Swamp is a swamp area connected to the dark marsh, more swamps. Its name comes from a mythical area within the Moon Swamp where allegedly all 7 moons reflect in a pool of clear water all at once. These moon pools are a place only few have seen, and its physical rather than metaphorical reality is a highly contentious topic. The swamp is very tricky to traverse, since even during daytime it's entirely covered in a thick fog, only getting worse with bad weather. While the Moon Swamp is beautiful at times, many adventurers do not venture far into it, valuing their safety over a thorough tour. This is so cool. I didn't realize there's going to be world building elements on the map. That's fun. Should I be saving? I never saved. Oh my god. Okay, great. I just Shadow the Hedgehog, totally. Shadow hair. Okay, great. Care. Oh, whoa! She has a whole braid. That's cute. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Well, sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. Of course, my apologies. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration. And a muscle mommy right here. We love her. Would you like a drink as compensation? Wait, why am I giving her more things for free? Think I already said that. Maybe something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. Something strong. Why you only ever want the strong drink? But I mean, it's fine. Just it's just always what you order. All right. And then one of these. And what is this? There we go. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn. No. I don't think so. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. Ooh, the music. I see it is my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. She's so mad. Well, boring is not what I would call the quest in the slightest. What is the quest? Oh, the Chimera quest. Stealing from a Chimera for vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva is for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires. Or is it wyvern? Wyvern or wyvern, chat? A very contentious topic. Vampires and fires don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. It's a wyvern. Tomato, tomato. Oh my god. Got me thinking. Ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? I don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss-poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous. Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement. Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before, and I've always sort of wanted to. Well, why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you, then. It is. What is it about guardians? It's less about the guardian and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yeah, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase. Oh, that's still the innkeeper. Let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Oh, okay, yeah. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she... Passed? Left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. Wyvern? It's clearly wyvern, not wyvern. It's wyvern. Oh my god, that's so funny. What have I unleashed? That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. This is like GIF and GIF all over again. Is the dress black and blue or is it white and gold? That's a reference for the millennials out there. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No, was the only kind she never encountered. It's clearly pronounced tomato. Everyone always asks wyvern, but no one asks howvern. Tell me about it. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern wife now in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good Baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? Look at you smiling at me. So you like dragons? You better believe it! They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. They are. Fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. It's data, not data. It's aluminium, not aluminum. You can just ask them for their magic. I'm not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. I agree. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. Alright, fair, yeah. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Care? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as health? Oh, you licked your lippies. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Yeah, sure, okay. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Alright, what can I get you then? Strong? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Oh, defense drink! Okay, some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I'll need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. I don't know that I've done one of those. We should do that. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of a phoenix chili will make you fire resistant. That could be useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Well, I was kind of thinking intelligence because I haven't made that drink. But I'm intrigued by the chili. The distilled flavor of the cosmos, the sparkling nebula, fizzes on your tongue and rewires your synapses, inspiring great ideas and even greater stories. Storytellers and scholars alike can broaden their horizon with this taste of the stars. I kind of want to make this. Oxford comma, needed or necessary. I love an Oxford comma personally. I always use them. Let me see. It could be fun if they spoke and fell in love. That's what I'm saying. I think that it sounds like she's really interested in them. So I feel like it might be beneficial for them to have a conversation, not for her to just go and... But this isn't an attack drink. This is a defense drink. So, but I think it'd be cool to do an intelligence drink. Let's do that. This is the intelligence drink, right? I'm not Delulu. I'm pretty sure. We will see. All right, brain drink. I want to see the sparkles. The, like, space drink. Okay. And then we need... 2 of these. Ooh! Oh, I got an achievement for that. Okay. I hope you like it. Ooh, it's so pretty. Figured it out. Thanks. Hope you seasoned it with some trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling. I wish I had this all the time. No refunds. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Yeah, might. Honestly. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in the mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Yay! You know what's what? Okay, so I'm having so much fun with this game, and I was supposed to play 3 games today, and now I'm just like, wow, this is so fun. So I think that we should still try to play. I have an alien visual novel too that we should try, but I would like to see how these quests are concluded. So I think we should still play this day and see what happens to our quest, the people on our quest. But I'm just reminding you, we're meant to play other things too. This is just so fun. It's difficult to it's difficult to swap. This is such a good game. Okay. Start day. Who wouldn't want a werewolf to sweet talk a dragon to being a pet? Two things. One, the obvious. Hi, hello, I'm so glad we clicked on start day. 2, do you see this Cthulhu on the wanted poster? I'm just saying. I am stoked about this. Okay, fantastic. Good morning. Hey, I don't even know what to do with you. I don't even know who you are. I don't know what your vibes are. Where do I begin? Guy redeeming hydrate. I mean, she cute though. All right. What is this? I don't even know what these buttons are. I have never looked at them. Hey, Innkeep. Oh, I know you! Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. A lot to do. Yeah, the birds seem to be in a slight uproar, like something's amiss. I just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know. They do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will ya? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. Oh, it's another intelligence drink. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually, I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yeah, I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. Defense drink. Defense drink. Which is this one, yeah. Defense. All right. Let us defense. And then one of these. And one of these, I think. Okay. Frosted Lagoon. She's so fun. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyways? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. An artist, you say? Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures like sylvan spirits, trolls, and like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. That sounds very exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure, but do you know what I'm most excited about? Gnomes? Gnomes? I've yet to meet a gnome on Boreas. Well, they're pretty shy, but they craft cute little trinkets. Always wanted to have one for my tavern. Well, if I run into a gnome, I'll buy a trinket for you. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? The gay... gay? I mean, yeah, that too. The geysers and hot springs, especially around this time. Geysers. What happens if you don't serve what they want? I don't know, actually. I have no idea. You know, those gays and hot springs. Especially around this time of year when the mornings are still a bit chilly. And the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. The geezers. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses, too. Bet! She just said bet to me. I'm old. I'm too old for this. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that. Well, it seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green checked coners are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention? Of course! As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late for your convention. Well then, so long, Innkeep. See you soon. Cute. Cute. Evening already. Oh, hey. Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Carolyn's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that. She told me before she left. In case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course, we had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. And she promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Yeah, very. That's what I thought. So well, what is it, Fable? I may or may not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Carolyn was talking about. You know, little keepsake from my time with the werewolves. No, yeah, I remember. A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. Oh, okay. What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. Cute! The werewolves taught me how to do it, while the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections. I imagine it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper. Ooh! Oh my god, how cute is this? It does look a bit like a Little Dipper. Using a lot of imagination. Who knows? Maybe there's a world out there with this exact configuration of stars in the night sky. There might be. Maybe the Little Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example. A bear? Don't be crazy. Innkeep, I think he might be the one dreaming something up now. Oh my god, they are pissed. Yeah, you're right. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? I do like to watch them from time to time. Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea? I'm gonna say astral sea. Really? That's surprising. Then again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon, so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course. It is. I'll write it all down for you. That's great, thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw, are you? Well, we'll see. Yeah, we will. Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Yes, please. Though I will still have to make the rounds around the grove later, so something that will keep me awake and agile would be nice. Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? I'm on it. Thank you. Swift strike. You always get the same thing, homie. All right. All right, we need one of these. And then one of these. Swift strike! Hey, yo. Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit if that's okay. Of course. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. Hallelujah! The vampire has returned. The music changed and everything. Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I hope Kyle's my favorite. I am, thank you. Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I did not. Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment, with winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I am very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide-and-seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. What is it even rotting yet, dear Innkeep? It still has many aeons ahead of it. I like the sound of that, actually. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it to the menu yet? No. Shame. Then I shall have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. You got it. You got it. Southern Brawler. Alrighty. Look at that red blurred. Dun-dun-dun. And then you need a little bit of this. And then you need a little bit of this. Dun dun dun. Kyle's so funny. Enjoy some faux blood for your bones. Ah, this is perfect, Innkeep. The organ. Music. The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how is the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous! Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taking the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. Yeah, it is, I suppose it is a sun allergy, you're right. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. Oh, not that allergy. Your pollen allergy. And the sun. The sun is also bad for vampires. It is? Yes. Right, I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did! It was beautiful, colorful, full of music that could make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. I already know who this is. Hey, Jen, how's it going? What's up? But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. You know, he has a crush on your waifu, your ex-waifu. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles. Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. Oh, it's a rumor. Stranger of the night. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did! Though I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape after all. Maybe he wanted my pesca recipe? Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well, please. Oh, yes, you! Me. He asked me about you. Me? Yes, he says it's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver your greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on that faux peace your precious innkeep has found in her house of denial. Oh my god, self-lore is coming. Oh my gosh. Very poetic if you ask me. Very. Oh shit. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? No comment. Nope, never heard of the guy. A dork past. It's coming. Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Yeah, maybe. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market instead? Most certainly! I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I've had a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. Oh, that's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She's the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Fable's like, I'm listening. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she is the harbinger of learning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capeful and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. The refusal to change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. That sounds like a threat. By no means! Maybe it promises mourning, but perhaps celebration also, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. Does she? True, change can occur before the stars change, it seems. Oh my god. I think she still hates you. No! That is a very mean thing to say. I don't think you get to make that decision. Neither do you. No, but I can have faith in her heart. Isn't that what friendship is all about? That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend Stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said... What was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Uh-oh. Thanks, maybe. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now is the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight, you know. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic, longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He says he hopes you enjoy them. Fireworks, doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. Oh my god. I don't mean to interrupt, but what is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful. They are falling from the sky. Oh no. Hello, little fireworks, sparkle on. Oh my god. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. What? Excuse me? Act 2. Oh man, this is such a good place to stop now that we finished Act 1, but it's so good. I want to keep playing. Oh no, what do we do? Ad break. I'm gonna eat some mango in the meantime. Okay. I'm gonna see what time is it. There were sirens that whole ad break. Okay. Maybe what we do... Can we play more of this next time? Because this is so fun. But we have another game to play. And I don't want to miss out on that game also. But this is so fun. I want to play more of this together. Okay. Let's do this. I wasn't expecting to be addicted. I was like, yeah, it'll be fun. We'll try it out. We'll see what happens and we'll move on. And then I got addicted. I got invested. So let's play more of this one next time. And then we'll play our other visual novel and see how that goes. And then if we have more time, we can try out the other one. But if not, it's okay. We can, we'll do our best.